Greetings everyone, I'm Record the Second, and welcome to a tutorial showing you how to recreate the Elder Guardian jump scare from ocean monuments in vanilla Minecraft using commands. So obviously for this you need to have access to cheats, you have to have them enabled in your world, or if you're on a server you need specific permissions, and you don't actually need command blocks for this. You can just do this in chat because it's only 2 commands, but I'm doing this with command blocks for showcase purposes. Or you can also just make a data pack and put both these commands into one function, so you only need to run one command to execute these both commands. So obviously a lot of options, but I'll just use command blocks for demonstration, and I'll put the commands also in the description. So the first command is the particle command right here, so that's the command. And now we'll move on to the Playsound command, which goes like this. And I'll explain exactly how they work in detail a bit later, but for now let's just show you how this looks like and sounds like. As you can see, it works exactly the same as in vanilla. And of course you can make it spam if you feel like it. Now let's actually move on to showing you what you can do with the particle command. And surprisingly, most of these don't actually do anything at all. So these coordinates do nothing, these delta coordinates do nothing, even the speed doesn't do anything. So if you set it to 0.1 or 100, it does actually nothing. So the only thing that does change in this command, if you alter the value, is the count. So let me show you the default. So as you can see, a count of 1. That's the default. Then you can see 3. Let's do 6 now. And 10. And as you can see, there's a slight difference. So at 1, it was very translucent. But at 10, it's pretty much a full Elder Guardian. So yeah, there's a big difference if you change the count value. And you don't need to go over 10. So I'll just show you for curiosity's sake, I guess. This would actually be very bad for my frame rate, especially this 10,000 one. As you can see, it's destroying my frame rate completely. So absolutely no need to use this. If you want a full Guardian, just stick to 10, but if you want it to be like in vanilla, if you want it to be translucent, just go to the default 1. So that's what you can do with count. Now let's go to targets. You cannot use @e unless you type equals player, because you cannot display particles for entities. So I'm just going to show you these 3 selectors and what they do. So @p is the closest player. As you can see, that was me, but if you move back, I don't see it because it's actually playing for my alternate account, which I'm not sure why I'm backwards. My head is backwards. Anyways, at A, that's all players, so no matter where I am, I can see it, and my other account can see it too, and random. So finally, that doesn't seem like random, but it is random, so it'll just run at a random player. I was just getting bad luck earlier, but it's pretty much a 50-50 chance because there's only 2 players in this world. That was just bad luck, but you get the point. It's a random selector. Let's move on to the Playsound command now. So the same thing goes here with the target. And if I move away further, you will see the difference, or you will hear the difference, because I made the sounds quieter on that account. So I'm running the game from a different account, and it'll be quieter when I do this. As you can tell, there's a difference in volume. Let's just do it again, so you get the idea. Yeah, clear difference. At A will be slightly louder because I'm running both games, so it'll be overall louder because it'll combine the volume from both instances. And the random, you already know what that means, so you'll either hear it quietly or louder. And yeah, let's just do that. And you can also tell from the subtitle on my right bottom half of the screen if it's playing for my account or not. So that's basically that. It also doesn't work on entities because entities cannot hear sounds. To them it doesn't matter. So let's get to this now. Let's change the volume and see how that affects the sound. It should be straightforward, but I'll try it anyway. So the default is 1. So if you don't want to scare anyone too much, you can play it with this sound. If you want it to be really scary, play it with 10. And I'm pretty sure it's capped around some low value. As you can tell, there's not much difference between these two. But yeah, if you want it to be really loud, try something like 10 or 5. If you want it to be default, try 1. And go below 1 to make it really quiet. Now let's get to the pitch. Now, interestingly, the pitch doesn't only change the pitch of the sound, but also the speed at which it's played. So the higher the pitch, the faster the sound is played, and vice versa. So let's just demonstrate starting with the default value of 1. And I'll just show you the rest. Just look at the signs and you can tell what it is. So yeah, it also plays them slower if it's a lower pitch, and it plays them faster if it's a higher pitch. And the last value here is the min volume value, which I actually don't recommend just doing anything with it because it really doesn't affect the jump scare much. But I'll read what it says on the wiki and you can see for yourself what it is. So min volume specifies the volume for targets outside the sound's normal audible sphere. If a target is outside the normal sphere, the sound is instead centered 2 blocks away from the target, and this argument determines its volume. If not greater than 0, target outside normal audible sphere cannot hear the sound. And it must be between 0 and 1 because it's a float value. My recommendation is either keep it at 1 or keep it at 0. It honestly doesn't make any difference. But yeah, that's pretty much everything there is to know about these two commands and how you can customize your Elder Guardian jump scare. Hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. And you know all the YouTube stuff, I don't need to tell you. Just I hope you just enjoy it and it was educational and you learned something interesting and you'll use this. So yeah, don't forget to smash subscribe, ring my bell, and as always, stay.